Have you ever felt like losing weight is just impossible because you're just too busy? Like you have a job, a family, somewhat of a social life, or at least trying to have one. You're supposed to keep up with all of your errands and responsibilities and all the adulting. And on top of that, prep meals, hit the gym, 10,000 steps a day, and sleep 8 hours. It feels like what you're supposed to do in order to lose weight would be a full-time job in and of itself. So how is one person supposed to do it all? So if all of that resonated with you, I completely get it. I was in your same exact shoes. And it kept me stuck for years. So here are 3 things that I've learned that you can apply to your life no matter how busy you are to get started in the right direction, get your energy back, and start losing weight in a healthy way. If you don't know me, my name is Sandra, and I'm a health and fitness coach for busy corporate women just like you who need to get healthy again and get their energy back, but don't have time to go to the gym 4 hours every day or spend hours meal prepping. So if that sounds like you, make sure to hit the subscribe button because that's what this channel is all about, giving corporate busy women like you all the strategies you need, including step-by-step instructions to set up a healthy lifestyle that you can actually enjoy instead of dread. So I was the queen of trying all the diets out there. Cutting carbs, counting calories, intermittent fasting, cabbage soup diet, keto, you name it. I always would go in and go super hard and be really strict, only to fall off the wagon every time life got crazy. And let's face it, life is always crazy. But once I figured out how to make a healthy lifestyle fit into my life instead of trying to force my life around it, everything changed. So today I'm going to show you 3 simple steps that helped me actually get started and stay on track without feeling overwhelmed or more stressed out than before. Tip number 1 is make your nutrition work for you instead of against you. So when putting together your plate, you're going to pay attention to the amounts of each type of food or nutrient that you're going to use to create your plates. And the cool thing about this is you can do this even when you're at a restaurant or ordering takeout. So you're going to start with filling up half of your plate with colorful veggies. Veggies give you fiber, nutrients, and the more colorful the better because each color provides you with different kinds of nutrients. The more of those you get, the fuller and more energized you'll feel. It's good for your digestion, your hair, your energy levels. It's just wins all over. You're then going to fill a quarter of your plate with protein. So proteins could be chicken, fish, beef, some types of dairy. Make it a lean protein if you prefer to keep your calories on the lower side, even if you're not tracking. What protein does is it takes care of your tissue, so your muscles. If you want to build strength, protein is really important. And if you want that toned look, which most of us do, then protein is going to help with that, as well as keep you fuller for longer. So it helps you reduce cravings and curb hunger attacks. The last quarter of your plate is going to be healthy carbs. Complex carbs help you stay fuller for longer, but I personally like pasta too. So as long as it's not having a bad effect on your digestion or your body in any other way, then carbs in general are good for you. Don't be afraid of them. You actually need them. They give you energy. So those carbs would be potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, quinoa, pasta, that kind of thing. And then last but not least, you're going to add a thumb-sized portion of healthy fats. So that could be oils, avocado. You need fats for hormone balance and health. So make sure to not be afraid of fats. They're not bad for you. You still need them, especially for our hormones. Tip number 2, find ways to move without having to exercise in a very specific way. So what I mean by that is you could be walking during a call, do some squats while brushing your teeth, stretch while watching TV, or maybe you park your car a few blocks away from where you actually need to go to get some movement in. And even though I get it, I know what you're thinking, you you're a perfectionist, you have high expectations of yourself, you want to do it all right. But how has that been working for you? And we'll get back to that in a second. I promise you, these small pieces of movement, even if they feel small, they do add up. So if right now getting to the gym or doing a full workout feels like a lot, that's okay. Start with something small that you can do. Walk the last block instead of taking the train. Anything. And tip number 3, and honestly, this is the biggest one. If you can take only one tip and only apply one strategy from this video, make it this one. Stop trying to be perfect. I just touched on this before. I know you have expectations. You want to do all the things. You want to do all the HIIT sessions and count all the calories, eat clean all the time, and only salads and lettuce. But listen, how has that worked for you so far? Where has it gotten you? Are we there yet? I'm guessing not. So get rid of the unrealistic expectations that you have of yourself, of like being perfect and being this robot-like non-human figure where you work out all the time and you never fall off the wagon, you never have any kind of sweet treat or pizza or whatever it is that you feel like you should be staying away from. None of that is true. It's all about finding the right approach to where, with the right nutrients, which we went over in tip number 1, you are feeling fuller, more energized, and therefore you can have the treats when you want them without it feeling like you're out of control. You are moving, so you're feeling good, your digestion is in a good place, you're not bloated, and you are incorporating it all into your busy life, as opposed to being paralyzed by your expectations of yourself. So make small changes that you can actually apply to your life right now instead of aiming for perfection and doing nothing. Maybe you swap the muffin you usually have in the morning for something that has more protein, or maybe you just add protein to it. Don't even get rid of it. Maybe you go for a 10-minute walk at the end of your workday, which is also a great way to disconnect. Maybe you add a 2 or 5-minute meditation into your morning routine. Start small, stay consistent, and once one habit feels doable, then add another one. So if that was helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and drop a yes in the comments so I know what is actually helpful to you. And any specific questions you have, please drop them in the comments because it helps me know what to create more of to give you the strategies that you actually need to get to where you want to be.